me start recording. We return to the festival square. Um, Although you're now outside in Barton's homestead. So let's just momentarily reactivate Festival Square for all you. Where your orgy of violence with Fangel's Raiders, a limited orgy, a
good-natured contest.
When you
yes,
might say a controlled orgy.
yes, regulated. Um, uh, just one moment, just grabbing some.
Firefighters sometimes have to start a controlled orgy so they can put a stop to an orgy that's out of control.
Boo.
What do you mean?
No, that's pretty good. Just
They
mad I
build
didn't think of it first.
an orgy break. I'm actually. Anyway, as the centaur, Danan has appeared at the far end of the square from where the VIPs of the occasion, the Baron, the Mayor, Snidley Maribald, and a few additional important-looking, noble-looking people are seated. And he has already attracted attention to himself by being quite large. He's difficult to miss, being a centaur, and by loudly announcing himself and asking if he may interrupt the Champions Clash, which had met a small lull as some participants were knocked unconscious, and as your party, it must be said, was beginning to take a advantage, even with the loss of Quint, who bowed out. Danan has shouted, I just wanted to thank the Baron for so nicely providing these festivities after he tried to murder the town with taxes. It's a very kind way of making up for his awful grift. In return, we, the kind people of the realm, decided that he deserved a gift as well. And with that, Danan rears up to his full height on his hind legs, and in a smooth motion pulls forth his bow and an arrow and launches it directly at the stage.
Holy shit.
Oh?
Yeah.
Let
At
it
the
happen,
Baron
baby.
or something else.
The arrow sings as it whooshes through the air, and with a loud twang, impacts the table directly in front of the Baron, causing the Tanglefoot bag attached to it to explode and violently splatter its gooey green insides all over the Baron's upper body.
Oh!
The Baron is wide-eyed and unable to react as a pair of ropes are pulled on either side of the stage by two nondescript members of the crowd, pulling apart the awning above him and causing a rain of feathers to fall down upon the Baron's person.
Oh my god. Oh no, they're feathering him?
They
Oh
tarred
my
and
god.
feathered him.
Oh my god. Gross. What a loser.
Danan falls back down to his normal height. With a bit of a smug look at the Baron, who is clutching into the table with hands so hard that you can see his knuckles turning white, where you can see his knuckles around the rings upon his fingers. Mayor Pedalsoft, it has gone so quiet through the crowd that Mayor Pedalsoft's gentle voice can be heard even from a distance as she reaches towards him with a small, "Lord Horva, are you all right?" Before Baron Horva leaps to his feet, somewhat resisted by the fact that his body is now entangled with the table, before pointing at Danan and shouting in a voice contorted by a rage that defies his mortal form. Kill him! Immediately, the line of Horva's guards that were lined in front of the stage begin to take up their weapons and move forward, and all fall on their faces, their boots attached by ropes to the stage behind them.
Yikes.
Oh,
Nah,
What
they're
merry pranksters.
getting smoked, not gonna lie.
At this point, however, Mayor Pedalsoft also stands up on her chair and points towards Danan, almost simultaneously with the Baron's shout, and shouts herself, "Court, arrest that man!" This seems to surprise Danan a little. Who goes, "Oh, well, with that case, it's time to leave. And with a parting gift, here's some. We've managed, Your Highness, to liberate some of your ill-gotten funds. We thought we might give it back to the people." He tosses up a bag that opens to start pouring forth gold and silver that lands on the street. A number of other members of the crowd do the same, landing in the square and causing the crowd to immediately leap forward in an attempt to claim some of the funds.
I was gonna
And-
say people start screaming in pain and agony as they get pelted by golden coins.
No, he tossed it into the empty area of the square where you're standing. So you might have been pelted, but
Ah!
and blocking the Barton guards themselves from, who should be noted, were not attached to anything, from reaching him. Danan and his cohorts begin to flee. You can see beyond the crowd. And as they disappear, you also hear the sound of wings above you as Court takes off behind them. The remaining events of the day are one of chaos as the Baron is bundled away. The mayor attempts to regain control of the situation, and people begin trying to reclaim some of the funds that they lost in the weeks hitherto. What would you six do in the midst of this chaos?
So the Baron is tarred and feathered, and he's being like dragged away by his guards or something.
Yes, his
So, like,
guards who
safety?
are untying themselves are trying to get a cordon around him, but he's mostly being bundled off by Utrecht Paul,
Oh,
his personal guard, and also Snidley is following behind.
While they're going, Biblo's just gonna cast message on the Baron, and just repeat the words "Chicken Lord, Chicken Lord, Chicken Lord" as many times as he can before the message ends. Yeah.
Great use of the
Chicken Lord,
message
Chicken
now.
Lord, Chicken Lord, Chicken Lord, Chicken Lord, Chicken Lord. Just want to
You
cause
see,
mental anguish to the man.
you see the Baron's eyes like suddenly look around everyone, and just like wildly look around, and he starts shouting, "Who's saying that? Who's saying that? Kill him! Find him! Paul!" And he pulls Utrecht Paul right into his face. "Kill him! Find him and kill him!" As Paul continues making his way away. Biblo, could you actually make a perception check for me, please?
Okie doke. Also, he'd be disguising his voice somewhat if you can do that in your brain. I don't know if you can, but it wouldn't sound like his usual voice.
Well, his voice, yeah, no, his message works by speaking into like a little, by kind of speaking the words. It's not telepathy. So you just sort of quietly speak the words, and they just get whisked from your mouth to their ears.
Chicken Lord, Chicken Lord, Chicken Lord. Okay, sorry, what kind of check? Perception.
Perception check, and an invisible one.
Oh, fuck, okay. Oh, can I? Oh, yeah, okay. And, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So that's what Biblo immediately does. What about the rest of you? You are being swarmed, it should be said. The crowds around you are milling about. There are guards.
Is there kids around here?
There are children, yes, many.
Talos will
They're also getting
essentially do his best to just bar any like kind of like, what's the word? Any running over of kids that may happen.
Okay.
Just gonna like body block for the kids. for the most part.
Talos is exceptionally good at that. He is more than twice the size of a human by mass, so his ability to resist the push and pull of the crowd is substantial. Also, you have a friend working with you in your Johnny Bravesoul,
Hog.
who has
True.
4 legs and is very difficult to shift.
I'm gonna grab the kids that are trying to run or like get out of the way and put them on Johnny.
Okay. Soon Johnny is covered in kids.
Yeah.
I forget, what is this guy's name? The one that's next to me in KM?
Fandral.
Fandral. Is he on the ground still?
Fandral is
Yeah.
struggling to get himself upright after everything that's happened. He still is wounded, so.
Oh,
Okay.
no, Cecil,
Yeah.
Cecil leans down
Oh.
and puts a hand on Fendril, and then his hand glows, which just shocks him. As I cast Lay on Hands on Fendril. Wait, what?
Fandral looks substantially revived. Actually, I think that does heal him to full.
Nice.
And
Damn.
he
25?
is.
Sorry, no, never mind.
He seems extremely confused at the moment, but things seem to be falling into his head, and as you pull him up, he doesn't immediately thank you. He does take a look around, and as things, because he was awake when things happened, and he looks back at you with a look of sort of comprehension, suspicion, and more than a little anger before he turns away from you and starts pushing through the crowd.
Quint is just gonna withdraw his hand that he was already extending over to help the guy up. And just like,
So-
well, guess that's that. And then just kind of
Cecil's still confused.
sit down, I guess.
Quint, sitting down in this is like,
I'm just sitting on the bench.
the bench provides a little
crowd.
bit of stability, but there are so many people milling around you and like diving over the bench or under the bench, trying to get at just coins that are on the ground. Just make a fortitude save.
Do we get our spells and stuff back because we leveled, or?
No.
Don't
I
worry
think
about
so.
it.
That's the rest.
Aw, man.
Okay, yeah, Quint, you're fine. Okay.
Cecil is gonna try to get out.
Okay. Kea, how about you?
Kea collects the mouse and is seeing that all the injured people have moved away from her and she is now trapped, is just going to go straight up.
The wings. All right. Kea, you fly directly upward and are now well above the crowd. You note that a couple other Raptor citizens have done the same and are either like taking a light on some of the nearby buildings or are flying off towards home. Make a perception check for me, please.
Okie dokie. One second. A blind one.
Yes, please. You notably do not see Captain Court up in the air, considering
Okay,
that
so-
he's where he typically spends his time, or anywhere.
He's still chasing Danan.
Yes, but as you fly upward, you can actually sort of see Danan in the distance, as his merry crew ride off into the forest. Court, there is no Raptor following them by air, though.
Hmm. Interesting.
Lingering composition may only be taken once, but Bibelo Beldabbler
What?
has...
Huh?
What did you
What?
do?
I'm not do. Ultimate's
What
running
did
really
you
slow.
do?
I'm gonna just reload the page. I forgot to take a thing that I got from a feat that I took when I leveled.
Apparently, you already
Dare
did.
you.
Dick.
I don't understand, but alright.
Yep. Sorry, boo boo.
Yeah. With the excitement dying down eventually, where do you go? What do you do first? You note that Fandrel's raiders have disappeared from the, and now I will actually activate Barton's Homestead for real. Have essentially disappeared from the square, and most people are filtering out of the square as more and more the people dominating the square are the various guards who look very, very unhappy about what has happened. And eventually you see Captain Court being helped by one of his guards towards the guardhouse, looking very scuffed up and frumpled and limping.
Kale will fly down.
Alright, as landing in front of him, behind him, or
Behind him, next to him, if he's being helped by one of his guards, maybe see if. Well, she's got a strength of like 8,
but you have mud.
but I have mud and 1 heal spell left. So cast the heal spell on him, I guess.
Okay. As you fly down and land next to him, and using a 2-action heal to just pump him full of maximum health.
Are you okay? What happened? You flew off, and then I couldn't see you when I was like, there was a crowd and there was everyone going on. Did you get like trampled or something? How did you not get trampled? Do you have wings?
I landed in front of them.
Oh.
Thank you for your assistance, Sism. KO.
Ooh. Yeah, of course, anytime.
The magic healing was necessary. He
Necessary?
He goes then to spread one of his wings and visibly winces at trying to do so. I think some additional attention may be required.
Oh, do you want me to go to the Temple of the New and see if I can get someone better?
That's all right. I can go there myself. Also, we have healing materials in the guardhouse. It would be best if you were to find shelter for the night. There is
Okay.
likely to be an investigation,
Okay.
and I may not be in control of it.
Yeah, no, it's chaotic. Just, heal up, take care of your wing. That looks awful.
That is not what I meant.
Kaya will look visibly confused, but nod her head and I guess fly off.
He looks meaningfully towards one of the Baron's guards who have also taken up positions throughout the town at this point.
Okay.
And he makes his way, actually he does sort of change course and make his way into the temple instead of towards the guardhouse. Okay. You do see a number of people moving towards the Silver Arm Inn, but you do also recall that your home is being used as a rally point.
Staging ground.
Rally.
So, where do you go? What do you do? You type.
Do I well, I'm going to make sure all the kids are fighting to their parents and stuff.
You basically have become a traveling kid salesman.
Is this yours?
Yeah, people are basically coming up to you, describing their kid to you, and you just pull them off a bison and hand them a child. On a couple of occasions, you don't get it on the first try, but it works out. And frankly, your reputation around the town is so superlative at this point that no one really holds it against you. Rather, you get a great many thanks for your protecting of their children.
Aw.
Yeah, I will. How many kids would you say possibly would have been on the bison?
Roll 2d8.
Okay. /R 2d8. Why did I typed fucking 2d7 somehow? 13.
You had 13 kids on your
13
bison.
kids.
Alright, after
A lot of kids.
every time I grab a kid to give away, I'll give them 1 silver, give her a pat in the head, and say, for something to eat or snack, and then I would pass them over
Okay.
to their parents.
Oh, thank you, sir. You get a great chorus of thank you Taloses from the various children as you do so, who now know that you will give them money and will never leave you alone.
It's like, yeah, I got plenty more money to give.
Mm.
Say, I was actually looking for a way to spend my money, because I don't have one right now.
Klain, over in the corner, looks deflated.
Okay. After that, I'll join back with the crew.
Okay. Speaking of the crew, where does the crew do?
Cecil went by themselves over to the bridge here. Odo just went away from people, still staring at their hand.
All right.
I'm
Cecil.
gonna go to the bar and get him a snack.
Something strange has happened to you. You suspect with relation to your unique heritage. But what precisely this means and if it will continue to evolve, you do not know.
Cecil sighs and buries his face in his hands. Doesn't want this.
Cecil, your hand glows again and you heal for 12 hit points.
No.
Self-frame social.
I still had one focus point left, so.
Despite feeling better, you do not feel better at all.
I groan.
Am I within talking distance of Cecil?
Cecil went off to be alone, so I would not think so.
Unless you followed after him.
Yes.
Unless I retcon it that I followed after him. Because he's my best friend.
True.
All right.
Ah, he appears in the river.
Actually, let me
I popped out
find
of the river.
where Nuva's actual... Here he is. Token is.
Hey, Sal's, I hate to alarm you, but I'm stuck in building number 1 on a different map, and the stair says it's disabled, and it's saying please select at least 1 token now, and I can't get back to my POG.
Try it now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the main city map right now. I reloaded and it put me back on the town map
No,
instead of
yeah,
building.
no, don't do that. I have discovered what was the issue with the stairs, and it was that I can lock them accidentally by right-clicking on them, which will also activate them for me, but lock them for everyone else. So I'll move the map and not realize that they're locked. So let me drag you to here, so you can see yourself, and you should be able to use the door now.
You can't use the stairway; it looks disabled.
Well, shit. Hold on.
Okay.
It's not disabled. Okay. And if I use it and go and check this one, the outside was disabled.
Oh.
I fixed it. Now you might have to refresh.
Okay.
Is the inn safe now?
Hold on. Nice.
Okay. Okay. Please, can you bring me back inside the house?
Yes, one sec. I have to be careful with these.
There we go.
The inn should be safe.
Disabled.
It's so safe we can't even get there.
What? Oh, it was disabled. You might have to reload again.
Oh.
You know what? No. Nobody move.
Too late.
I didn't move.
I
Okay.
reloaded. Is that moving?
Yes. Okay. There you go. Oh, wait. No,
God.
that just moved your tokens.
Oh, I'm in the inn now.
Oh,
Hey, kitty, you're annoying right now.
yes, sorry. Two of those people, I did not mean to actually... Well, that didn't help. Oh wait. No, that did help. Okay, and if I go back to Barton's Homestead and I take Nuva and bring you here, that will put you in Barton's Homestead, but you're not in Barton's Homestead, so I need to pull Nuva's actual character or player to Barton's Homestead, which is good now. Okay, and everyone else can be in the inn.
Yes. And I'm gonna buy a corned beef sandwich.
Nice.
When you got rather beat up, would you like an elixir of life? Would you like a whiskey? Would you like an elixir of life in your whiskey?
Can I have like?
That sounds
does
like
the
it tastes
elixir of
terrible.
life go well with like like any like vanilla? Can we have a carbonated elixir of life?
I mean, the ones I've prepared don't look that, but I can see what I can do. How would I get the carbonation in there?
Damask and Shanaska look at each other and then back at you and just like, the heck would you carbonate it? What the heck is carbonation?
It's this thing out down in Vivenne where you put like a lot of bubbles inside it and it like gets kind of like
So
like
you know how
beer?
when you bake bread, there's yeast, and you activate the yeast, and then the yeast makes bubbles in the bread, and it rises, and that's why bread has like the little bubbles in it?
Like beer.
Yes, like beer.
You could put
Is
an
beer
elixir of life in
carbonated
beer. I've just never heard of it referred to as carbonated. What's carbon?
I mean, well, what would you call it? Like bubbleized?
Sparkling?
Yeah.
Sparkly.
But it doesn't actually sparkle.
Bubbly?
Can we make a potion, an elixir of life bubbly?
Ileana,
I can.
at this point, like slings herself over both Kea and Quint's shoulders, putting her face between you both and going, amazing.
What?
Everything.
Oh, yeah, I mean, probably.
Before backing up and continuing about her her game. The Vanguardians are over in the corner. Oh, actually, missing one.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I see one of them.
Missing Aver. He
He's
disappeared.
in the inn.
A bear.
Our boy.
Oh,
He's
there he is.
back.
Hello. Sorry, I
Welcome
couldn't hear you
back.
guys for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Talos, good news. I lean over to him. Look who's on the other side of the bar. I point over and at his perfect boyfriend.
When did I start going out with him? Things were going fast, huh?
There was a group vote.
Yeah.
Wait, it was a group vote?
We all it was at the last like reading night. We all kind of sat around and like we talked about who we shipped.
I see.
Yes.
Excuse me.
I just found it funny that it was like there was a group vote and I was putting a group vote. But you know what? It is what it is. Listen, who knows? Tell us we'll move up.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Kaya's gonna get some yeast from Throom and some sugar and put it in an elixir of life and start shaking it violently.
Who?
Oh my god, it's an elixir of life. Yeah, Kea, you do that. And you hold it, and it begins to rumble.
Oh.
The violence of the reaction is like making it difficult to hold on to. Roll a d20. Roll a craft alchemy check, actually, or just craft check.
Crafting.
This may have been the best or worst idea of your life.
Alright. Is it blind or public?
You can make this publicly. In fact, I encourage it.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Eventually, it calms down, and you seem to be left with a mildly fizzy elixir of life. It is not exploded
Yet.
yet. I am disappointed that you did not critically succeed or fail.
Oh. Can I
Uh,
use my hero point to roll again?
I mean, you could, but
Okay.
I would not necessarily encourage it, but I wouldn't necessarily discourage it either.
Agent of Chaos, I say.
Mhm.
No, you can continue with someone else's scene.
Well, if you insist. Talos, as you come around, come around towards the Vanguardians, they seem very enthusiastic about what just happened. Even Seraphina seems fairly pleased with how things went overall, specifically, and she notes that I saw what you did with the children. That was very noble of you.
Oh, well, you know, it's the smart thing to do is to protect the young ones.
Yeah, that's like what we're doing in here with Frostbite.
Indeed.
Yes, the crowd was getting oppressive, so I thought a place to hide out would be wise.
Oh, you okay?
I'm fine.
All right. Are you guys going to be here for longer?
Well, we're like bedding down here, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to see that you guys made it safe out of this. Sorry for the commotion.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't your fault. That was who knew that was gonna happen, right?
And yeah, who knew?
Roll a deception check, Mr. Redsaw.
Uh-oh. Deception?
Mm-hmm.
Can I diplomacy?
No, that's not what that's for. Wow,
Whoa!
you're just
Beautiful.
so believable.
Why would I ever lie, to be honest?
No one can possibly comprehend the idea of Talos lying, and ergo, he must be telling the truth. The universe momentarily considers that perhaps that isn't a lie. Wait, no. Yes, it is. But the Vanguardians seem absolutely to believe you as much as you believe them.
As this is happening, I'm gonna see in the corner of my eyes. Is this real?
Yeah, that is Fandral. He is sitting over there at his normal table. Actually, the table behind his normal table, and he is glowering.
Oh. Excuse me?
He watches you approach, unspeaking, unintimidated by your size and height above him.
Wait, what'd you say?
He unintimidated by your
I gotcha.
your big self.
I wanted to say sorry about earlier.
Whatever for?
For making you go unconscious.
Oh, of course. But you didn't do that. It was your friend. Cecil,
Well,
what would you have to apologize for?
oh Jesus.
You walked right into his trap, friend.
Well, it was our group, and I will probably need to take responsibility with them if they do something. If there's anything I can do to help alleviate the discomfort that happened today, let me know. I will do my best. He'll bow.
As you bow, Fandral stands and grabs your gorget, and he can't really pull you forward, so he more pulls himself into your face.
I help. I move forward to him.
Ah, all right. Very, very accommodating of you, and perhaps somewhere in the back of his mind he rocks that, but he still pulls you directly into his face and hisses at you. You used us. I won't forget that. And he pushes off from you and leaves.
What was the first thing you said? I don't know if it picked up, or maybe I just didn't hear it.
He said you used us.
Oh, you used us. Okay, thanks.
Talos looks a little sad. He's like, oh, yeah.
Have a good night. Look.
Have a good night. He kind of looks over at Quint. Quint is the one that knocked him out.
No, actually, it was
Biblo.
It was Biblo. You
I
drew
mooned
it.
him to death.
He mooned him to death.
Oh my god. I guess he looks over at the party and he feels a little like something bad might happen or something. He looks nervous.
I just kind of wave him over.
Aya's not paying attention. She's shaking another bottle of Elixir of Life. She's trying to turn this one blue.
In what way?
I don't know. Are there any like weird
Okay.
mixture of prestidigitation and a blue liqueur that she can get from Danan or Damask?
Damask is having nothing to do with this. However, Ileana is like your eager assistant.
Well, they gotta have curacao in this bar, right?
No one in this bar knows what curacao is, but they do have
Get back real quick.
a elven brandy that is blue. I think they call it Romulan.
Wow, Foundry is running like absolute dog shit for me.
Really? That's curious.
Yeah, it's really slow. It's really weird.
Oh.
I don't have anything else going on.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Because I'm running the server, so it shouldn't be a problem.
It's okay for me.
It's probably just me.
It might be
maybe
your
I'll just
connection.
Restart the.
You might
Yeah,
want to just
maybe.
refresh.
I'm gonna close Chrome and see what's up.
All right. Talos, Quint beckons you over.
As it beckons me over, I'm gonna say, I'll be back, guys, with some hot chocolate, and I go over there.
I feel like I'm the eighth wheel. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is everything all right? You seem kind of fresh from what I can see around the corner.
Calendrol is not happy.
Yeah, he seemed like he wasn't very pleased when he left. So,
No, he seems vengeful, not happy.
right. I would. Well, we shouldn't leave that lying because I like members of that party, and I don't want to keep that as a long-term enemy. So,
Well, I don't think that's really the main issue. It's more so, it seems that he knows.
nah. Well, I mean, all the more reason to get and bring him and the rest of his party to our place where we could have a discussion with them. Come to agreeable terms. Just he's not wrong. He was part of a ploy that we don't know they would have been receptive to if we had just discussed with them. But they deserve to be given the fair shake of us having like a conversation with them as a group.
Well, okay. I didn't think people would get so upset about just a friendly fight.
I didn't think so either, but from what I understand, he was pushed to be pretty irritated to begin with by certain parties. I look down at people.
Oh, sorry, B?
No.
What?
No, not you. The stool you're sitting on.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
gonna-
really rude stool.
Oh, gosh, I'm gonna get up off of it. Sit somewhere else.
Wait, is the stool a mimic?
Yes.
I kick it with my little clown shoe.
The stool does not react. It is a stool, not a mimic.
It's good, it's good, it's good, it's good.
Actually, became a mimic right there.
Like it's just like,
The
hey,
power of
watch it.
belief.
I'm working over
Holy.
here. It's rough life being a mimic. I don't know. I got this.
I got people's asses on me all day long.
But the mimics fit to be treasure chests. I have to be a bar stool.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta do the whoa.
Oh.
Only in New York.
I don't
Did
know
you
how to-
guys see that Colt got majorly beat up? Kay is now shaking her third potion of elixir of life.
Mm.
We're
This one
trying
should be
to turn
cherry
this one
flavored.
purple.
Majorly.
Oh, cherry flavored? I can make that work. Black cherry?
Yeah, it to be honest, mixing the red in with the green, it did sort of not form purple so much as brown. But it does sort of taste like cherry.
Could I have one of those bottles?
The bottle or the contents?
Well, both. But I'm not gonna
Here.
drink it. I'm not gonna drink it. Just
No, you can absolutely drink it. They'll disappear by tomorrow. I'll make 6
oh.
more. Here you go. You
Okay,
can
what
have.
What color is it?
She gives you the blue one with the elven brandy.
Okay, and then what if I just sort of?
As you
Oh.
sort of hand to that, a hand
Oh.
be below that, Ileana sort of like pushes your handle back. That has 2 shots of that in there. That
I'm a
could
grown
not.
man.
You're a
All right, you can try
3-foot
the one
tall
that's
man.
just fizzy. Is
Oh,
the
I
fizzy
mean-
one fine?
This is
Yeah, that's fine.
discriminatory, but alright. Okay.
I mean, if we give Biblo like a half, like a small cup of it, as opposed to like the full thing.
I've been drinking with you guys this whole time. I have had mead.
Every time you drink, you pour it down your coat and you say, "Ah, that's a good drink."
You're not supposed to see that.
You do it right in front of us, though.
But do you see my secret second flagon of mead that I actually do drink, but I don't let you see that I drink it?
I suppose not.
Yeah, there you go, magic trick.
I'm just saying, this is a sort of knock your ass stuff for a human, but
Look, I just wanna. And he's gonna cast prestidigitation on the bottle to just change the glass a different color.
okay.
Aha! Now it looks like it's purple, but it's still blue. That's kind of cool. I guess. I guess
That
that's not
is a
really
good
what you're
idea.
looking for, but it's pretty.
No, that's actually a very good idea because that way, no matter what the liquid comes out as, we can still tint the glass and we can have different combinations. That's actually brilliant.
Hey,
Yeah, but genius, huh? What?
Rita, question about Biblo's pants.
Okay, let's go.
Well, 2 questions. A, are they airtight?
What do you mean?
They're
Like,
pants.
I just
Like, do
I
they
like to...
seal at the ankle, and are they made of like?
non-permeable material. Yes,
Yeah.
I want it. I'm thinking.
Are you
about
always filled
the-
up with alcohol?
He's got latex pants he ties around his ankles every day. Uh-huh.
I'm just imagining, it's billowed out. You know how like those people who wear those inflatable suits and
Yeah.
they like look comically like puffy.
Yeah.
It's like that, but if somebody like takes a needle to it, like beer flows out of it.
Shoot, yeah, that's exactly how it works. Mhm. Over the course of a drinking night, Biblo gets rounder and rounder as his suit fills out.
But the big issue though is he's still getting drunk because it's just like it's like an osmosis thing. It's
He's
like just
absorbing
in
it through his skin.
It
Oh my
permeates,
God.
Yeah, that's how gnomes work. We're like frogs.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. It was a mental image I had to like express. he leaves the bar looking like what's her name from Willy Wonka after
Yeah,
she
yeah,
eats
yeah. And he just goes like slosh, slosh, slosh with every step.
It's
He
an
sounds like
awful
a waterbed. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh God, it's terrible. Where were we? Oh, I was suggesting to invite that party over to and like have talks with us and maybe also provide him with like recompense.
Here in the tavern right now, or like at a later date.
Oh, I would so in character I was thinking of reaching out to like Dr. Brandenburg, just to be, you know, she seems like having the most level head of us, or of them.
Well,
So
that too.
what does that mean?
She has the most level head of us and of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that way we can like either, you know, invite them to our home or a neutral ground so that they don't feel like it's like not cool. But you know,
Our home is also now a secret hideaway for criminals. So
that is somewhat true. So
it
yeah,
is.
maybe not our
It
home.
is 100% true.
So yeah, but either way, like you know, I would like to avoid bad blood with people
Yeah.
who are
Oh.
coworkers.
We could have them over for a pool party.
Maybe after we do the initial negotiation.
I think an invitation to a pool party would smooth things over. Just right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ileana turns towards you and goes, "Pool party?"
Yeah, we got a underground
pool. Below ground pool. Really far below ground pool.
Very damp in that room.
It's in ground, but it's like in ground.
It's both in ground and in the ground.
Yeah. We also have a bathtub. I
Just
don't
like
recommend
come
it.
over sometimes, you know, we'll show you.
Yeah, come down to our basement. We'll show you our pool.
I'm part of your book club. We need
Oh yeah.
to. Why haven't we had your house? Sounds amazing.
It's pretty sweet, yeah.
Party house in the woods, dude.
As
Let's go.
I recall, it's Limina's house, not.
Yeah, that's right. We should ask Lemon
That's
for permission.
true. That's true. And all the fairies. We should ask every individual fairy.
All right, I'm gonna slam back the double elixir.
Sick.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
We make it feel like
you
a
weren't
constitution
mixing
towards
all of these with yeast, right? And sugar?
Probably would see what Ileana thinks. If any that could be made fizzy have been made fizzy.
Vinegar
Um,
and baking soda.
mm.
Quint becomes a school project volcano.
Ileana saw how violently it was shaking and advises that maybe don't use yeast and sugar in a thing that is full of life energy.
Why not?
It seemed a little dangerous when you were doing it before.
Might make mega yeast.
Maybe I just need to use a bigger bottle.
Or
Yes.
maybe you just need to use like a vat. Do you have like a cauldron?
I do have a cauldron! It works! Tanos named it Potty.
What? What?
But it. Oh my god! If you ever need something bigger than that cauldron, though, he's kind of a small guy. We do have a bathtub. You could use that bathtub to make potions in. You can make bathtub potions.
Is the cauldron outside of itself?
I think I left the cauldron at home today.
Oh. Oh, that's
I do have a cauldron though, and that's a good idea, because then it could fizz, and then you bottle it, and then...
Yeah. And a cauldron isn't likely to explode, and if it isn't corked up, it shouldn't just like... Or it might just like run over the sides, but then it's just cleanup rather than collecting glass from everywhere.
True. That's a good point. And I always try to brew somewhere with easy cleanup anyway, just because I never know what I don't know what I'm doing half the time.
Ileana nods sagely as she says, I clean up a lot of glass. You want to avoid it. If you can.
Alright, understood. Cauldron, not by hand. Got it.
Definitely it won't end poorly.
Okay, so that one was not fizzy, it was just blue and had 2 shots of elven brandy.
Quint, you roll a elixir of life potion. Also, you're immediately kind of start feeling it. That stuff's, as it turns out, real strong. So I need you to roll the elixir of life healing.
How much is okay? We'll just click that. Wait, no. Click that. Wait, 1d6. Alright.
And so you heal 5 hit points. I need you to make a fortitude saving throw.
Okay. Good thing I'm an expert in this. Hey!
Aha!
Oh, you're feeling
Let's-
fine.
Yeah. That's, okay, maybe like a little bit of like blackberries, you know?
Ileana is sort of like looking at you as you just sort of tilt this thing back and are just like analyzing it like a sommelier, and she goes, "Wow, half-orcs really can hold them."
And I look at her very seriously and say, built different.
It's
Damn.
at this point that the door opens behind you. And
I'd like to note, before we push that further, you still haven't, because Nuva wanted to talk to Cecil. Or
Oh.
not, Eight Eyes, remember? With him,
that is true.
yeah.
The door opens. And a pair of the Baron's guards walk in, taking flanking positions before they are followed through by Utrecht Paul. But in the meantime,
Units.
Barnes Homestead.
Yes, indeed.
Cecil is currently hanging out at the drawbridge with Eight Eyes following upon him.
Hey there, Cecil. Saw you wandering off. There was just a lot that just happened. Making sure everybody's alright.
Cecil's still burying his face in his hands, and just,
Kind of picking up kind of a vibe from you. You alright there?
Cecil sort of mutters, like, I don't want to be special. I don't want these powers. I just want to be made up for my own strength, my own work.
Okay, wait 1 second. Give me literally 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. You're sorry? You're gonna, and then I guess I reach out to like put my hand on his shoulder. Your powers, Cecil. What are you making reference to? Obviously, you're making do with what you have. Everybody else is. I don't see what makes you think that you're fighting your own fight without your own particular perks. What's the matter?
Cecil stands back up and shakes his head. It's nothing. Never mind. And shrugs off Eight Eyes' hand. And your new shield. Starts walking off.
Listen, Cecil, before you head out, kinda want to make sure you know something.
Oh shit.
Are you still walking out?
He stops for a second.
Okay. Let me word this. Everybody's obviously entitled to their personal secrets. In fact, I think the world tends to run on boundaries between secrets. In fact, even I kind of rely on hiding some of the things that that I kind of depend on. I need to hide away from other folks on account of I think that if people were to find out, they'd look at me differently. Now, I tend to think, and this is my assessment to life, take it as it is, I don't think I'm obviously experienced enough to tell you what the word of wisdom is to go about it, but I think a secret held should be one that doesn't hurt you. It should always be something that, essentially, it benefits you to keep to yourself. If you're holding on to a secret that you think is tearing you asunder, and you think you need help with it, well, I'll trade you a secret for yours. How about it?
What, are you not actually 17?
Well, it's not really that. more that I'm not human. And that I don't come from a village of normal folk. I'm gonna ask, can I turn into a spider?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah,
you can.
at will. One action.
I will.
Two
I
actions.
guess, yeah, and then I guess I do that.
Cecil looks for a second, goes, "Oh, you want a naughty?"
Yeah.
I've read about your kind. Well, I guess that explains a lot then.
I did
You're
not
trying
expect.
It's a very calm reaction for seeing a human-sized spider in front of you, but okay.
Yeah.
It would make sense, perhaps, for Cecil to have read about Anadi. Rare though they are in this corner of the world.
I suppose that's not the reaction I was hoping for, but that's actually a positive thing. It's good to know that I don't frighten
Fine.
you.
I will tell you then, I guess, if you'll.
First, let me like turn into a human before you do that, please. It's a little awkward with us being on a bridge and you like looking at a. Anyhow, yeah, I turned back.
Also, I need a
Right.
token for Anadi 8 Eyes at some point.
Yeah.
Sure.
Picturing that voice coming out of a giant spider is adorable.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a put on accent. That's just how he talks.
I guess I should have switched to my serious voice, but whatever, it's fine. All right. Yeah.
Keep the secret.
Oh, you got my
I-
love to feel.
I am human, technically, but. Well. My birth was influenced. Do
Huh?
you know about the? Do you know about how when the Beast That Rise was destroyed 80 years ago, and the planet was bathed in. Logos
No.
was bathed in cosmic. No.
No. What?
You know about people who are born in certain ways, let's say connections to fire or water or whatever else.
Yeah, I suppose I know about them. I think we've met a couple of them, haven't we?
Yes.
Saying that you're one of them?
Yes, but I'm deifically plain touched. I'm an Asima. That's why I
What?
ran. An Asima. Basically, I'm touched by holy energy.
All right. And
I don't want it. I want to be able to.
you want to be older?
No, I want to be able to stand of my own accord, not from special powers that I was given at birth. But they're manifesting anyway. That's why I study the arcane sword fighting. Everything else to get away from it. That's why I ran away from home, because everyone else expected me to become that.
Become what exactly? I'm a little confused here, Cecil. What?
To lean into my divine lineage.
Maybe I'm a little confused here. Is there like a duty that you're essentially forced to follow? Is there tradition here? Because I think if you would excuse me, I'd like to speak my mind on this. If you're willing to hear.
Go ahead.
Alright. What exactly... Okay. Before we begin, Cecil, let it be known that I respect you. Moment that we met up, you grouped up with a bunch of us, complete strangers, and without even a second thought, you were the one that led us on that particular escapade to save an infant from the undead. Those were all your choices. I want you to understand that. This is
I say Quint was ahead of me at first, but
I'll get to Quint. He's part of this too. Now, here's the thing. Once again, I can't emphasize enough. I am young. I do like to emphasize that whenever I speak to anybody, because I think it's respectful for the fact that that everybody is aware that I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's very important that I settle the matter that I'm not gonna let my lack of experience or nativity speak for myself. I'm gonna learn. I want it to be the influence that carries me forward. So, despite the fact that obviously I have gifts that are essentially intertwined to me, that come natural to me, I am still able to take those and do with them what I will. Quint's good with guns. I cannot. Oh my god, give me a second. I'm gonna have a hard time saying the name of your character, Rita, because it's been a second.
Biblo.
Biblo is able to conjure up scenarios with magic that essentially he puts to context to make a punchline, and often can turn that around and use it for deadly purpose. Essentially what. And then we have the others. They all have gifts. Talos is gigantic. And yet despite the fact that, you know, without nary a hint of hate in his heart, he's the kindest, most gentle person I've ever met. And it's bizarre to think that he could easily tear my arm, like, limb by limb. Very easily. We all can...
All 8 of them.
All 8 of them. One more. And you got Kea. My God, she's... I envy her. I try not to, like, let my absolute jealousy of her worldly knowledge get to me, but it does. I'm very jealous of her. She's very well traveled. She knows everything. When she speaks, I want to explore. It's when she talks, I hear adventure. And you, Cecil, have gifts that no one else does. So you're born with powers beyond reckoning. And so you don't want to use them necessarily to the purpose that are expected of you. I can sort of get it, but at the end of the day, and I cannot emphasize this enough, the decisions you choose to make are still your own, and you shouldn't be ashamed of who you are just because you have something that other people don't. You have, in fact, gone to where you are, where you're standing, on your own merits. Now, obviously, and once again, I cannot emphasize, but I am without the experience needed to tell you otherwise. But if you want, you can ask Quint, you can ask Talos, you can ask everybody in our party, and they will say the same exact thing. I guarantee it. You are your own person, Cecil. And I know that after this, after we're done and we go home, that you're still gonna think otherwise. But I guarantee you this. You're not special enough that the whole world revolves around you and expects you to do certain things. You are still free. No one told me to leave my village. I did it because I wanted to. And nobody told you that you could leave your home to go do your own thing, pursue your own things. But you did. You gotta focus on that. Can't be ashamed of who you are.
It's because that's what I want to hold on to. I guess, well, you wouldn't really be familiar with the concept, but it's not that I hide being an Aasimar because I'm ashamed of it. It's because people usually think of us highly. They see us as angelic, ascended, and I just want to be normal. And the more that it shows, the harder that gets.
You think I wouldn't understand? Now I know you reacted very well to it, but let me tell you something. Not everybody's gonna take.
Oh no, but I meant you hide because you're afraid of people not taking kindly to it. I hide because I'm afraid of people taking too kindly to it.
Then, simply put, hide it if you need to, until you think the time is right to use it. I'm just telling you. If you think that what you're doing is influencing, you know what? Forget it. What I'm trying to say is, If that kind of reception bothers you, then just simply put, treat it passively. What matters essentially at the end of the day, in my honest opinion, is who the people that are closest to you think. Do you think that any of us are going to change how we perceive you? Unless there's someone that you're willing to tell, like, share with me. Is there someone in your life who you were particularly afraid of? To have that particular positioning of a pedestal, like putting you on a pedestal for? So the masses expect more from you. So what? Let me tell you something, that could be used for its advantage. You could be, or if you don't want to do it, otherwise keep it hidden, obviously. But at the end of the day, let the masses think whatever they want to. That's what I'm at least thinking. I think you're putting too much priority above the most important person. I think you need to just realize for a second that the only person that matters is you, Cecil. No one, you shouldn't give a damn about the crowds, unless you're willing to tell me that right now you're willing to join me and entertain the masses like that. I mean, that's a different thing. That's a goal. But if you don't have any particular reasoning, I guess the point I'm trying to make here is this. Don't let it affect your perception. You're letting it get to your head. That's all I'm gonna say. And there's obviously is somewhat of like hypocrisy between me telling you that and the fact that I'm hiding who I am. It's just, I don't know. I didn't expect to relate to you on this particular matter. At least, aside from the opposite of it. I have to do some thinking on my own on this. And I know that some of the stuff I'm saying it couldn't necessarily be the right thing to tell you at the moment. I need to think on it. But I'm just telling you right now from the bottom of my heart, Cecil, what you are is your decisions. And so far, we have respected you and took you in and consider you our friend, our comrade, on the basis of your actions. And nothing will change that. I guarantee it. I guarantee that on my life. That's all I have to say on that matter, and I mean, I'm gonna respect your privacy now. You can expect me to keep that a secret until you feel it's ready to share, if you want to, obviously.
I will keep you being an naughty secret as well.
I appreciate it.
There is people who would use what I am to their benefit, but
well,
I can't speak about that. I'm not comfortable sharing that.
Well, and then I walk up and I put my hand on your shoulder. Well, if anybody were to use you as a tool, trust me, we're not gonna let them. You're our friend, Cecil. I mean that. The moment that we went on our first adventure, I knew that we would stay through it thick and thin. Call that 17-year-old's naivety. But,
You're only 17.
I'm only 17. And then I tap your shoulder like a couple times. All right.
Spider years?
What?
Are you only 17 in spider years?
Don't make me think. I'm gonna go home. Alright.
Alright.
I'm gonna go clean
Thank
my
you.
room. It's a
Thank you,
frickin' mess.
8 Eyes.
Of course! What
I'll
are
keep it
friends
in mind.
for? Ah. Alright.
Alright.
Also, yes, I do like the music for this. This was why I'm yeah. Alright.
Meanwhile, in the inn.
Yes, Cecil head back toward the inn, but something's happening in the inn.
Yes. Utrecht Paul enters the inn. His gimlet gaze cast across the tavern's interior, meeting the gaze of each and every one of you, and all else as all eyes have turned towards him. He steps forward, excusing himself quietly as he passes by Talos. Before approaching the mask, the Baron is to be advised of all adventurer contacts being taken through this inn. From this point forward, the update will be weekly by correspondence. You'll send it through Marigold. Do you understand? Yes, my lord. Good. His business evidently done. Utrecht begins to make his way back towards the door. As he passes you, Bibelo, he notices and bends down to fix a corner of the rug that had flipped up. Pushing it back to the way it should be, he rises, and as his face passes by your ear, you hear the words, "Chicken Lord."
How would he know? How would he know?
He knows.
He walks out. The guards walk with him.
Did you make sure to hide your voice when you telepathically sent that message?
Oh well,
Telepathy.
it's not telepathy. You do have to say it, but it's
No.
silent when you say it. But maybe he saw my mouth forming the words "Chicken Lord" over and over and over again. That's a pretty good bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I hope you shared this with the class. Eight Eyes would have thought this was really hilarious.
I
Also
definitely let Eight Eyes know, yeah.
Also, he would be very horrified from you because you're able to essentially intrude on anybody's mind. Why am I talking like?
You gotta stay in character.
With that,
Always.
the inn begins to quiet down. People begin to filter out. The Vanguardians retire to their rooms, or in the case of Frostbite, well, actually no. Frostbite agrees after some prodding to use one of the rooms that the Vanguardians are currently renting. And after some humorous navigation of the steps, they all disappear to the second floor, leaving you as the last ones in the inn, reunited with Eight Eyes and with Cecil. Is there anything you would want to do before returning to your home?
Do we know
no.
where the other group is staying? Are they staying here in the inn?
They are
Yeah.
also presently in the inn, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna ask. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the barkeep lady's name again.
Ileana?
Can I get
Ileana. I'm gonna ask Ileana what room Dr. Brandenburg is staying in.
We typically don't give out the rooms of our guests. But she's staying in number 3.
Okay. Hang on.
Wait, what was the motive? Okay, I was just
No.
surprised that she gave it up.
No, because
He's nice.
yeah, and it's also she knows what our deal is.
Hmm.
Like she's the one who like was working with what's his name on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, room number 3 is that on here on the first floor?
It is on the second floor.
Okay.
The first floor is
Uh,
entirely given over to the inn.
Gotcha. All right.
Or the tavern, I
Well,
should
I
say.
will. I'll meet up with you guys later. I'm gonna go talk with the doctor, see if we can, you know, have arrange for like a meeting, like a clear the air meeting, if you will.
Making your way up to the second floor, room 3 is easy enough to find. It's the one marked with the 3. It is, in fact, the one you're now standing in front of.
Yeah. Get it. All right. I will knock on the door.
After a few moments, the door opens.
Oh.
Zephyr stands in front of you.
Hi.
When she
Zephyr.
sees who it is, her eyes narrow.
I look. I just came to talk. I promise.
What else would you be here for?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Don't have a good answer for you there. But had some things I wanted to discuss with. I mean, originally I was coming to talk to the doctor, but really all of you would be good to talk with.
Ah, you wanted to talk to me. Entschuldigung Sie. What about precisely?
About the
events of this afternoon?
yes, the events of this afternoon. Sorry, I was actually out of character trying to think of how I wanted to word things. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the events of this afternoon. Specifically, I would, of course, be more than happy to clear the air with you and Zephyr right now, but I would also like to arrange for a larger meeting, group to group, because I feel that you all deserve a show of respect that you frankly weren't given.
Ah, yes. When you used us to provide a distraction for rebels, bandits, what would you describe them as, Zephyr? Rebel bandits. Rebel bandits.
I mean,
And neglected to inform us that we would be used as such. And now, since we were the distraction for the plans of the Centaur, we are now cast under the same pall of suspicion that you will be, which we would have likely not agreed to had you asked. Is that what you wanted to discuss?
essentially.
Yes, we will give you our reply in due course. Have a good
That is
night.
fair. You as well.
The door closes.
Okay.
Arm falls off Quint.
I actually didn't hear what you said.
Oh no, I said the door closes and then your arm just suddenly falls off Quint.
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
we'll
well.
have to figure that out.
Well, I mean, my aim is still ultimately to like the logical thing that would happen there is that I would work with Dr. Brandenburg about it, but I also need to like repair that friendship first.
Yes, she seems mad at you at this
That's fair.
time.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to fight that. That would not be fair to her.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Quinn is conscientious of people's emotional well-being.
Very good. All right. The rest of you, is there anything else you would want to do before retiring?
Yeah. I pick up any shirt that's on my floor of my room, and I fold them, and I put them where they belong.
That's so responsible.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Your room looks much nicer.
Which
Yeah.
room is Eight Eyes room?
It's the one with all the clothes on it.
Oh, I see.
The messy one.
I know
Tell
Eight
us,
Eyes is not currently here, but I'm assuming for the purposes of this bit, he is here. And Quint
Yeah.
walks by Eight Eyes' room and says, "That's looking a lot better. Good job. Let's keep it this way."
What? Why are
I'm
you
just
talking
saying,
like-
you're doing a good job.
Thank you. Why are you talking like you're my father? You see me as your son?
I throw Eight Eyes a silver, and say, "You know what? You earned this."
Right.
And then I
Using
walk
the
away.
jealous move? What the fuck?
Well, free silver. Okay.
By the way, Talos would have waited after to where Quint went upstairs to make sure he did come out alive.
Oh yeah.
This shit happen.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I would just explain to Talos, like, I spoke with them. They're angry. I would like to fix this.
Maybe if we get them some hot chocolate, and we'll warm them back up to us again.
I mean, I'm sure hot chocolate would not exactly hurt, but I think it's going to be a longer discussion / negotiation with us and rebuilding of trust.
Talos will kind of like look at you seriously and say, I don't think that would work, to be honest.
I mean, be that as may, it's
The
still important
friends,
to try.
the friends, maybe, but Philendrel really seems like he'll hold that grudge.
Can we acknowledge how good that, be that as it may, can open crack was? Okay.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, he very well might, but it's the onus is on us to still try. It is the right thing to do.
Talos will kind of look over back to the direction of the. I'm assuming we're still at the bar, kind of like at living.
Mhm.
And I'll look over at the entrance and well, I'll look back at Quinn and say, when people are mad, they make bad decisions. Oh, did I die?
Nope.
No,
you're still there.
You're good.
And he kind of opens the door and steps outside.
Yeah, and I'll step out with him.
And he'll essentially start walking toward Johnny Brimstone. And now that he knows, I hope that he doesn't, well, tell on us.
I mean, if he does, we made our choice, and we'll deal with the consequences what may. I would have liked to be full disclosure with them, but the doctor was right. They likely would have said no. I still think it was ultimately for the greater good. I was kind of hoping, if I'm being frank, for something a little more than just humiliating the Baron. But that's, I mean, it was a start. Making him seem not infallible.
As Talos kind of, I guess, grab to. I'm assuming Johnny Bristol has a little makeshift rain now.
Mhm.
And smiles back at him and say, being good is hard, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it is, but I think ultimately, instead of aiming to be just a nebulous concept of good, we should aim to do right by the people around us, and the goodness will follow.
I hope that's true.
Um, Talos, as he's walking, will kind of. I'm gonna eye over to. How many of the Baron's guards is still here?
In the town,
Yeah.
you can see throughout the square that you see like half a dozen are just sort of milling about. They appear to be just accompanying the Barton guards at this time. You see about an equal number of Barton guards in the square as well, which is more than average. Clearly a show of force after the events of the day. But the Barton guards don't look entirely comfortable standing alongside the Barons. The Barons guards, for their part, well, they have their helmets have visors, and you can't really see what their expressions are.
He's gonna kind of make mental note of the amount of people that are by, and he's gonna keep walking home.
Mm-hmm.
Cecil lays in bed and stares at the ceiling. I still need a new shield, god damn it.
A shield can be purchased over the next few days.
Yes. I want to get one of the fancy shields, but I need 40 gold. 40 more gold to be able to afford it, unfortunately.
Oh. Well, that's expensive.
Yeah, 100 gold for the minor version of the Surge Shield.
Well, it should be noted that the next time that you are in town over the next couple of days, that you are it's pointed out that you are the winner of the Champions Clash.
Does that even get us anything?
No. Probably not.
No, there was actually a prize set up for it.
Oh.
The Baron was going to make a big show of it, and this was sort of like his thing of his way of showing what a good boy am I. And after the events of the day, however, he essentially has forgotten about it. He went back to his barony, and the mayor just has the reward here, and she's basically like, I don't know, I guess it's yours.
Is it so? What is the reward, if I may ask?
$5.
Pat on the head.
A pat on the head.
And Utrick Paul's cell phone number.
Yes. It's actually several interesting items and 50 gold pieces.
Once we take these things, I'm just gonna straight up tell the party, like, we should give this to them, the other competitors.
But game balance.
We should give this to them.
They were good sports.
And it's not even that they were good sports. We knowingly deceived them. And
Yeah.
We were bad sports.
We were,
Wow.
yeah, maybe that's more accurate, yeah.
while it was, again, as I spoke with Talos about last night, it was for good reason. herbal the other day. It was for good reasons, but at the same time, it does not benefit us to make enemies with people who are colleagues,
Also, what
especially
was
ones who we have fought alongside.
I'm making a reward loot thing.
Okay. I remember I heard 50 gold, but I missed what the rest of it was.
Yeah, good.
If you have the brain power cells, just for my notes, it was Danan that beat up Captain Court, right?
Captain Court said that he was trampled. He didn't mention
Yeah, he
by
was
who.
trampled.
Danan
Okay.
obviously is capable of trampling someone. You've seen him do it when he helped you against the bandits. But he also had a party of fabulous friends behind him.
Okay.
Well, actually, that's the thing. As there was the one last part of that evening. As you return to your home and walk into the courtyard, you see one figure. Well, one liminal figure, very large, horseman figure. It is Danan.
Oh,
Perhaps unsurprisingly, it's not some other random centaur.
just bad my heart.
Yeah.
It's
I am lost. You have, you notice that he is currently unarmored. His armor is on his back, and it's sort of like a saddlebag tied on sort of way on his rear clothes. And you can see that the sort of space between at his waist, where his human torso meets his horse chest, is pretty heavily bandaged. And he smiles as you all approach. You did your parts perfectly. It was actually quite entertaining. I had difficulty interrupting myself. Thank you for your help. Struck a blow at the Baron, and more importantly, redistributed some of his ill-gotten wealth back to the people. And we made him look very silly. And someone who looks silly tends to have less influence over society. So, thank you. I hope that we might be able to work together again sometime. That he sort of scoots his forelegs forward and leans back into a bow. Is there anything I can do to compensate you for your assistance?
Hmm.
1 million gold.
I don't have that.
I was muted, but since he's bandaged, Kea offers him the fizzy elixir of life.
He takes it, knows as it's fizzy, and thank you. What is this?
It's an elixir of life, but fizzy. It was Quint's idea. It almost exploded in my hands, so, Ileana said, you know, I should make them in a cauldron next time, because then the fizzy can escape, and then I won't have to pick up glass, which is going to be very awful if I have to do that, and plus, my potion bottles are in short supply. We also made some alcoholic ones.
That was a lot. Thank you. He uncorks it, drinks it. That's actually really good. That's sweeter than the average healing potion, and Actually, that does make it feel a lot better.
He goes, "Oh God, my stomach!" and then he explodes.
Like a pigeon.
Like a pigeon.
Oh no.
Quint is just going to look very seriously at him and be like, "You need to make sure that humiliation was worth it. We put ourselves on the line, and this is going to have consequences."
That is not lost on me, my friend. But I will take the heat for those consequences. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, we already,
My actions
kinda-
against
we're
the
already
Baron,
feeling it.
his attentions will be quite focused on his own lands.
They've already started at having people, the tavern keep tabs on what adventurers do.
That's interesting. But in the
Um,
end, I don't think that's going to be... I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like I'm going to be giving you missions through the taverns, through the normal bulletin board. Although actually I have done that already. But generally speaking, it'll be... that won't be a way of tying you to me. And there is nothing to tie you to me at all. You had a champion's call, you cleared it with them well beforehand, and they approved. And I interrupted it. I simply took advantage of an easy situation. But I understand, and you have my word that I will do everything in my power to ensure that you, Limina here, and everyone that you care about will be safe as we go forward. I hope, though, that I may still call upon you again.
Quint's gonna leave. I mean, I'm in it for the good fight, but we'll just have to see what happens next. You're safe with me.
I
And
appreciate
he's
that.
gonna excuse himself for the night and go sleep.
Thank you, all of you. If you excuse me, I have to go sleep off Captain Court's crossbow. I was
They'll nod at him.
a little surprised that he shot me, I'll be honest.
Like you retaliated.
He shot me with a crossbow.
Yeah, I know.
I just bumped
I
him.
don't know what I would have done in that situation. It was awful. Like, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at him. I'm just sad. Do you want to try my other elixir of life? This one tastes like black cherry.
Yes. He drinks the other one. That has a kick to it.
Yeah, that was Ileana's idea.
That makes sense. She puts booze in everything. Fortunately, I have a centaur lower body, and I will not feel the effects of alcohol for... well, at all, really. Anyway, I'll be off, and thank you again, all of you. I know you didn't ask for any compensation in this, but he looks back and you can see a small package of what looks like items sort of wrapped up in the corner. I have secured some things in my own adventuring, and I thought you might like to use them. Be well. And with that, he takes off into the night. Soon his clopping disappearing from your hearing. And configure ownership for your fabulous reward. You may now see. Can I show this to? Oh, nope, I didn't want to copy that to clipboard. Oh wait, yes I did, because I
Ooh.
want to. No, bad guard. Well, yeah. So, can I just... Anyway, you should be able to see it in the actors at this point.
Ooh.
The items that come with your prize are advised to you, so you don't have to worry about identifying them. And Danan was helpful enough to tie little notes around the stuff that he left you. Conveniently enough.
PWQ no XWDVZ6 L1U1U says guard.
Anyway, I'll distribute your coins. Oh, there are 2 copper coins left.
Oh.
Someone may grab those.
Johnny grabs them.
Yes, Johnny grabs the copper coins and eats them.
Give me a second.
Hmm?
How do I see it?
Oh, if you look under actors, the little pawn token in the upper right, excuse me, and you should be able to see your fabulous reward.
Oh.
Which has a number of items in it.
That seems like you make a throne check upon I guess. Oh my god, Thor's hammer.
Yes, essentially. The rune and the 3 potions are from your reward from the Baron, really. And the staff, gloves, and arrow are from Danan.
Is that a keyblade?
No, it's a staff of healing.
Sure.
That's looking
It's a keyblade.
Only the hilt of one.
How throwable is a tower shield?
Not
Never
at
played
all.
Kingdom Hearts.
Unless you're a catapult.
If I take the Juggernaut mutagen and did, wait, doesn't my shield just grow with me? I guess.
You don't change size with a Juggernaut mutagen. Well, you do change size, but you don't change size category. So really, your shield would not really. It is an alchemical elixir, so yeah, your things would not change size. Just you would, for the modest amount that you do.
What happens to the gold?
This. I already distributed it to you. Distributed.
I thought we were gonna give it to the.
Oh. Well, that was dumb of me then.
Yeah, we had we were starting to have the conversation where I was making the
Yes, well, continue having that conversation. We'll see if I have to reverse that.
Look, I think it's important that we make a good faith show to them that we are people that can be trusted. And we violated that trust, even if it was for reasons that we, agreed were good, based on the information that we had. I do stand by the decision just because, like, I know what I read when I found in those notes. The guy he's bad news. If it wasn't going to be those taxes, it'd be something else. But what we have done has not only made our lives harder because they're keeping an eye on us more closely, whether or not Damask? Yeah. I'm sorry, that was out of the character. I get Dan and Damask mixed up. It's
Danan
right?
is the centaur, Damask is the bartender.
Danan, okay, thank you. Whether or not Danan says it won't be tied back to us, as much as I appreciate the cause, I don't believe that. And because of that means that we've also made their lives, the other party's lives, harder. And that's not fair to them. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just going to say I think it's already been tied back to us.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I don't know, Quart was giving me some very meaningful looks when he said that he was not going to be in charge of the investigation.
And a guy said Chicken Lord to me.
Right.
What?
Oh, did I not tell you about the Chicken Lord thing?
No, you did not.
Oh yeah, I was whispering into the Baron's head the words Chicken Lord over and over and over again for a while there when he was covered in tar and feathers.
Probably not the best idea, but it is.
Well, I thought it would be discreet enough that if,
I mean, it was pretty funny.
But I guess the one guy, saw me mouthing the words Chicken Lord. I probably should have covered my mouth, though maybe that would have been suspicious as well.
It's pretty impressive that he spotted you, despite all the ruckus going on.
Yeah, that's actually a little freaky. This guy's got some eagle eyes, apparently.
Considering, you're... No, wait, were you on top of Johnny at the time?
Maybe.
Well, that would be easier then.
Yeah, I was on top of Johnny and I was hanging out with all those kids. We were just sort of sitting up there and I was saying Chicken Lord. Yeah, it was fun. But if you want to make it's very noble, this thing you want to do, but turning over all of our well-earned goods to the people that we, drug through the shit with us, so to speak. But if we want to make a show of making things right, I would absolutely love to make a show of it. I love it. I love a show.
I think
I'm good at making them.
I know you are, but
okay, because I sort of have a new thing that I think will really win some hearts and minds.
Let's have the conversation with them first before we decide to do anything funny.
Alright.
Where are we right now? I guess we would be near the mayor's house, right?
Oh, are we?
I mean,
I don't
we
know.
just got the stuff.
Or I think we're the nebulous boy.
I thought we were at home.
Well, we got the stuff
Next
from
over.
the mayor, like the reward.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, we should give this to them. So I would think that we were probably like, I'd say at this point, I would imagine this conversation like just outside of town.
What if they take greater offense to that and say you can't just buy us off?
Oh yeah, or like, oh, we don't need your pity money.
I already had considered that.
Should we ask them if they want pity money?
No.
Okay. I'd probably say yes to that, if someone offered me pity money.
You never see
People love that pity money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, free money is money.
Yeah.
That made sense.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn to Talos, and I'm going to kind of repeat the conversation we had last night, and just tell him, like, it's great to try to be good, but we need to try to do right by the people around us. I'm gonna go to the bar. I will see you guys later. I have some stuff I want to take care of today.
Sounds good. Are we
Um,
taking today kind of easy then?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Talos would probably look at you and say, like,
Well, I understand what you mean, but I think it's better to give it some time before we approach this. I have a feeling that, like I said before, nothing that we say or do will alleviate this, at least right now. The feels more like a matter of pride than anything.
Maybe.
And I don't think money will solve it. Maybe if we offer them a free, we offer them a free IOU for whatever they need done, or something of perhaps equal danger to ourselves than we've put them into. That could be at least useful if we honor bound to that.
Will they
Yeah.
trust our honor?
Well, I don't think that's. I guess that's into question, really. I think.
Yeah, I guess we'd have to talk to them and offer and see what they think, and then we go back and forth, and then it's better than just not talking to each other and just angrily looking at each other, and then that's awful, and I hate it, and so I'm all for talking to each other.
Just think about it. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you in a while.
Does that mean you don't want
okay.
anyone to come with you? Because I was gonna see how Ileana liked my next batch of fuzzy elixirs of life, but I could get another test group. I'll get another test group. Have fun.
And then when we next see Quint, he's washed up on the shore with an arm missing.
You're finally awake.
They found you crossing the border. Same with that thief over there, and the thief is just my severed arm. It's just some flies.
Oh, that's good.
Sal's
I'm gonna
Quinn's
get a
going to the
sturdy
mayor's
shield.
office.
Okay.
To what? To who?
Quinn's going to the mayor's office.
Okay.
I want to get a sturdy shield, but I need a shield, so I'm just gonna get a steel shield for now.
Oh.
Okay.
You can find one
Okay.
readily at
I will.
the G&E blacksmith.
Unless someone's willing to give me 60 gold. But hopefully I'll get the money eventually to get a sturdy
Don't everybody jump up at once. Jeez.
shield.
Well, I mean, what was the question?
I said it. Unless someone's willing to give me 60 gold.
No.
Ah.
Quint tosses you 20.
I'm still not
I'm giving you.
obligated.
I am removing 20 coins from my gold coins from my inventory.
Wait, one moment
Alright.
here. Let me actually. Give me a second here. I maybe I'll give you some. Maybe.
Maybe.
Open up my coin sack. I'm looking in-
Could I do a what's the thing? Get
No,
a
I
perception check
literally
on the statement of I will see you in a while. What the fuck is that?
Quint, are you lying to Talos? How could you?
What does a while mean?
So, full disclosure, this is what I'm doing. Just because I think this is a really fun character beat to do, even though it's going to have interesting ramifications. Quint is turning himself in as the person who was behind this attempt. I worked with Danan personally, deceived my party, because I am a member of the Dumadine state.
Oh.
Damn.
The idea was mine and no one else's. Well, mine and Danan's and no one else's.
Oh damn. Wait.
Now, I am going to say out of character. I think the more I've been thinking about this for like the last half hour, I think this. While yes, I understand this might mean Quint will be in prison for a while. I think it's really interesting.
Okay.
But then,
Oh.
We can sneak you snacks.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay, wait. Oh fuck.
I just need
Is
35
there a
more
way
gold.
to read anything into? Did he?
That's
Can I
between
vibe check
you
him
and
before he
Jake.
leaves
Whatever. What do you think? Between the two of you, what would you think would be the best way to develop this?
So the purpose of my statement to Talos was like to tell him to take care of the rest of them, to take care of the party, and make sure that they are safe.
Did I? Okay, I would have a perception check. Well, I gotta do it, but I have a perception check against. I guess if I did I read anything extra into?
I mean, I would. I mean, Sal's will, I'm sure, say one way or the other. But if it were me, I'd say yeah, that you'd be able to pick it up for 24.
Well, that's the answer.
Yeah.
Like this is a explicit conversation that you and I had like a week ago, and I brought that back up specifically.
Talos would be very uncomfortable then this moment when you're leaving.
Jesus, man.
I know. Like, I know. I know what I'm doing. This is the big thing. This is a big character moment. But this is Quint is taking responsibility for people he cares about.
After you leave for a second, Talos will kind of stand there for a bit, and he'll What is? What the fuck? He's just flying across the. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'll stop.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Just take it.
I was noticing that
There's
Lyko
no
was
way in
doing
hell
laps.
Talos lets you go down on your own. It's just no way in hell.
But I don't want the rest of the party to be in trouble, and this is the most plausible way. If I would have so if Talos caught up with me, I would straight up tell him like who I am, my background makes it an easy belief that I am an outside operator who snuck in here, who caused problems.
Talos. Okay, I think what would happen is Talos would probably think for a little bit, and then Talos would run after you, and probably attempt to dissuade you from this path, if you will.
Partially also out of character because I think it would be fun to make Sal's deal with this.
I'm. Yeah.
Someone would just execute you again. Sure.
Look, a near decade ago, Sal said, "Please, I'm trying to find ways to keep from killing you."
Which I regretted. Because
Do you wish you just did it?
No, well, from as far as a verisimilitude sort of thing goes, yeah, kind of.
So
I don't
this
like
time,
saying stuff like that. That takes you all out of it. So I'm just gonna
Kill
sit back.
kill Quint. You're just gonna kill him.
Kill Clint. You're gonna kill
Yeah.
Clint.
My friend.
We're gonna break him out of jail.
Talos would catch up to you, I guess, and stand in front of you
Mm-hmm.
and look at you in the eyes and shake his head. No.
Talos, like, I need you to trust me on this.
It's not you that I don't trust. He will kill you, you know that.
Maybe. He'd have to try real hard, though.
Can Kaya cut in just a little bit? Or do you
Does she
want this to
follow?
be between you and Talos?
Sneaking
I
up?
mean, what do you have in mind?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
No, I mean, I'm open to it.
Hmm.
Just
Nah,
curious.
Yeah, if KO is just saw.
I mean, she would have seen
Talos
Talos
is hard to
like,
miss.
suddenly run off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I realized that my argument would have been more for not doing this, but it's something you want to do, so I'll just.
But that's also like that's a reasonable discussion to have. If you're trying to tell me
Okay.
not to turn myself in, that is something logical within the world. It's not going to
Okay.
change my decision. I'm still going to do it just because I like that's what I want to do as the player. But
Okay. Cool.
just being straight. I'm set on doing this, but I like the role play.
Okay. Hey, you two, what's going on?
You would see us both looking very severe.
Oh boy. Oh, it's one of those, isn't it? Okay. Alright. What's up?
How do you do, fellow kids?
Quint's going to sigh very loudly, like not very
Okay.
well, not like petulant. You know, he's gonna just he knows he's going to have a tough conversation with the two of them, but look, this is the only way that makes it right with them, with you. We're all at risk right now, and they will come for us eventually. I know we have a Fey enchanted home, but they will come for us eventually.
I mean, they're going to come for us even if you turn yourself in, right? Like, Utric Paul is already on Biblo's scent.
Sure, but if I give them a bigger, more interesting fish to fry,
The Baron seems real petty. I think he'd chase a small fish just as much as a big one.
not when the glory of discovering a Dumidian spy in Ardania, not that long after a war between our two countries. I'm not a spy, but that doesn't matter to them.
But I don't like it.
That's okay. What matters is that you all are safe and you are all free of suspicion. This is the only way I can think of doing it short of putting a bullet between his eyes.
Talos will take a deep breath and
What if we do it then?
Do what?
A bullet.
Are you? Oh.
No. Talos, I appreciate what you're doing, but you don't have the stomach for this. I mean that with all due respect, but you don't.
With
You
all due
are-
respect, you do not know what I have the stomach for.
He's a large
Kind
creature.
of
he
laugh. I
doesn't
guess we
understand.
haven't known each other that long.
I've trained for this.
You've trained for assassinating a Baron?
No, but I've killed before.
Yes,
And I will
you
killed.
I really wanted you to say yes.
killed in self-defense and for righteous causes. While
That is, he will he would kind of scoff a bit and go, "Well, I'm only recently became a man of faith."
Yeah, I
Oh,
only
boy.
recently became a vagabond adventurer. We all have pasts,
Yes,
but
but
I'm
this
not.
is and it would look and this is self-defense. Quinn, he's a tyrant, and he will kill you. And
Like I
then
said,
after that, he will keep doing the same thing he's been doing before.
I
It's-
think, for what it's worth, Danan's whole idea was half cooked, and that's something we should have seen. Simple humiliation was not enough.
Yeah.
It was funny, but it has more repercussions than I think he realized on us, or that he doesn't care. Now, as far as assassination, I might come to it eventually, but he's not going to kill me yet. Not when he thinks there's state secrets that can be found. And in that time, it's not the first time I've been in a cell. I don't know if you recall, but I'm a little good at picking locks and whatnot. I don't plan to die.
No one plans to die.
Sure. But we all choose our risk. And right now, while I recognize that you have the ability to also choose the risk you want to take, what I'm asking you to do is to look out for those idiots. They
Does he
need
look
some-
pointedly at Kea?
I mean, I do motion towards Kea with my head, but you... I know you are more perceptive than you seem, than people give you credit for. And I know you are somebody with convictions, and I recognize what you're doing here. Hello, Frankie. Out of character. He came by and said meow very forlornly.
I heard
Um,
it.
He knows this is a serious moment.
Mm.
But it will do us no good, any of us any good, if you are implicated right now in some assassination attempt because of me. This is
Yeah.
not the end, I promise. But this is the step that I want to take.
We all made the decision, though.
Yes, we all made the decision.
And you want to deal with all of it by yourself.
For now. Again, I don't plan to die on a chopping block or rot away in a cell. I know we can't plan for everything, but
What's the plan to get you out then? What's the exit strategy? What's the... I mean, you mentioned you're good at locks, but like, what if you can't pick the lock? What if, like, I can't bring you, like, the right secret snacks that get you out? I don't know.
This is more of a half-baked plan than the Nans.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Thank you.
wherever they send me, I want you, Aya, to have Dipidops bring one of my lockpicks.
Okay.
But I don't have the familiar ability. Let's Dipidops pick things up.
I can change familiar abilities, can't I?
Yeah,
Every
no.
day.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I was just making a joke.
Dipidops can carry things whenever I want him to.
Talos will sigh and then
turn around, and then it will say, if you die, I hope you know what will happen.
We all get judged sometime. I have things that I probably should be judged for. But for
I'm
now,
not speaking of your judgment.
I'm expecting Talos to say, "I'll be very sad."
Oh
if you
man,
die."
I can't wait for Talos to like full on class change into barbarian. Like, just for now, please trust me and keep an eye on them. Both of you.
He won't answer back, and he'll leave.
I'll put a hand on Kaya's shoulder and I'll just walk away towards town.
Okay. You knock on the door of the
Damn.
mayor's home.
Yep.
Her secretary answers. Oh, it's Mr. Quint, right? Quinteron.
Yes, ma'am. Is the mayor in?
She is very busy at this time. Would you mind calling again at a later date?
I think that she'll want to take this meeting. It's important.
The secretary looks very put off, frankly. Fine. One moment, please. Wait here. A few moments later, she returns. The mayor will see you briefly. Please. And with that, she leads you straight through the antechamber and into the mayor's office, where she closes the door behind you. Mayor Lady Pedalsoft sits behind her desk. She is currently holding a quill between her hands. And as you enter, she smiles at you and says, Quint, it's good to see you. Is there something that you need?
Mayor Pedalsoft, I apologize for intruding on your day. I know you're busy and you have a lot going on, especially with recent events.
I know you know, so I'm presuming that there is something indeed that is important to tell me.
I would like to turn myself in as an agent of the Doomedian Empire sent here to sow discord.
Her eyes widen as her gentle smile slips from her face. I don't understand.
I'm sorry?
I don't understand what you're saying. A spy? Here? From the Empire? Why?
Hang on, let me...
Oh shit! I didn't think about that part.
Hang on, I'm pulling up my 3x5. So I can remember some terminology. I was trained in the Academia dei Fucilari Reali, the Doomedian Royal Riflemen's Academy. I was trained as a deep scout. I feigned desertion from the army years ago and came to Ardania. My job was to survey the frontier, and if so, probe it for weakness. Myself and my handlers, who aren't in Ardania, found that the Baron, corrupt as he is, was an easy target.
Roll a deception check.
Okay. With my big fat +0, baby. Hey, it's not bad.
That's not bad. Even so, the mayor looks at you and just shakes her head. No, I don't believe you. This is... I don't know why you're saying this to me, but I don't believe you. This is foolhardy. I cannot begin to guess at what you're playing at, but do you understand what telling me this means for you? For your friends, for this town?
They had nothing to do with this. And I understand what happens to me.
I believe you that they don't, as that this could not possibly exist. You're a spy?
Okay. I would like to roll diplomacy in order to kind of intimate to her what I am trying to do.
Okay.
That I am trying to take the blame off of others who were unjustly brought
Sure.
into this.
Actually, you don't have to roll.
Okay.
As you're talking to her, you think that this is a fairly perceptive woman, and you think that she's actually cluing into what exactly is going on here. And at this point, she is trying to dissuade you. If I make any note of this meeting, I need to report this to the Count, to the Duke. This will go to the Spy Master of Ardania. This is... You are not considering the full consequences of your actions. Spies in Ardania actively seeking to discredit the peerage? My God, Quint, you'll start another war.
Would it bring greater scrutiny on that Baron that you and I both know it does not deserve that position?
Whether he deserves it or not is irrelevant. He has it. It's inherited.
Quint's gonna just kind of mutter to himself, monarchies. He needs to be removed from office, and you know that.
Many things need to happen to Baron Horva, none of which will be achieved by your claiming to be a foreign agent. I have no idea what actual involvement you may have had with Danan, and I am not accusing you of having any with that centaur, but do not stand before me and tell me that you are a spy. There is only one reward for that. In any nation, or clan, or kingdom. And I do not think any of your friends, or indeed many of the people of this town, would like to see you meet that end.
Then find a reason to put me in jail. One that takes suspicion away from them.
I understand. Wait outside, please.
Yeah.
A few moments later, you're let out by the mayor's secretary, whose name is Rose, by the way. I feel like
Thank you, Rose.
you've met her
She
enough.
has a name.
Oh my god!
Let me go back to my notes page and put in
Rose Secretary.
Mayor Pedalsoft and
Her last name is Secretary?
Rose. No, her last name is Secretariat.
Oh.
She's a horse.
She talks like clapping her hooves.
Rose eventually leaves you there after going back into the mayor's office. She then leaves, looking at you with a ample amount of stress before walking out of the room. And sometime later, the Barton City Guards, the Barton Town Guards rather, and Guard Captain Court enter into the room. Mayor Pedalsoft also joins them with you as the guards pull you up and fit you with manacles. Court looks at you and goes, Gwent, I don't know your last name.
Alt.
Quinton Alt, you're under arrest. First edition.
I just nod and I do not resist.
Court turns on his heel, or his claw, and walks out, and you are pushed forward by the guards and led to the guardhouse, to the second floor cells, in one of which you are placed.
The music just took like a subtly sinister undertone.
I know, it's great. This
really good
music's
timing.
been really on point tonight.
Fucking directorial masterpiece over there.
And yes, the rest of your party is left in the town, presumably being told by Talos and Kea what has just gone down. But as night falls and you begin to consider how you should proceed, someone runs into the Silverarn Inn and yells with panic, "There's a fire in the forest!"
Oh shit.
What?
And rushing out into the street, you can see in the night sky what does not seem to be a forest fire, but there is an orange glow moving along the road towards the town. And we will meet that next week.
Alright.
Hey, yo.
Hell yeah.
Well, shit.
I loved this. This was very satisfying.
Alright. Now that we're out of that, once again I ask, is anyone in the party willing to give me 35 more gold?
No.
Why?
So I can get the
No.
better shield to be more effective.
35 more gold.
Yeah,
Bro, get a job, man.
I do have one.
Well, just wait for a paycheck.
I'll note that
Okay.
you do a lot of... Your party has a lot of wealth and magic items right now that you haven't
Yeah.
handed out. Your fabulous reward is still sitting there with all your magic items.
Yep.
So you can
Who's
pull
gonna use
those
a
out.
striking staff? That's 65
Is there
gold.
anything? Yeah, is there anything we could sell? I don't know what. Might want to keep the staff healing.
The staff of
The
healing?
striking staff, I said.
Striking.
There's a striking
That's in
staff.
the party loot manager.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous
Yes.
reward.
Yeah, you've got 2 staves. Staves.
That's true.
True.
Damn.
Not really
What is the strength?
stave guy, are we?
Oh, is that just the staff that has the striking rune on it?
It is.
Yeah.
Ah, it should have +1. You can't have a striking unless it has a +1 usually. I didn't realize.
It is a striking staff +1 though. It's just
Okay.
called a striking staff.
Ah, okay.
But yes, it has the +1. It has the rune of hitting things better +1, but it also has striking.
Well, we should transfer that striking to somebody then, because striking is really good.
Oh, interesting. No, I'm lying. It is just
Yeah.
a striking staff.
It's just striking staff.
It's a, excuse me, it is just a, I guess it's just a unique magic item.
It is not. I looked it up.
Well, it's in here. I don't know. Anyway, there's a
But yeah,
striking rune on
regardless.
it without a +1 rune. It's a miracle.
Striking turn. Wow.
Pass me
Yeah,
that
striking
rune, boys.
adds an extra damage die to your attack rolls.
Whoa.
So say my rapier does 1d6, it will do 2d6 instead.
That is incredible.
Yeah,
Man.
my gun does 2d6.
Oh yeah, do you already have striking on yours?
Yeah, I got
Yeah, he was the first one, I think, right?
Okay.
Can we pass it over to my boss?
You know what? I'm going to just throw the items from your fabulous reward into the party loot manager so you can. Makes more
Can
sense.
Kaya have the staff of healing?
Yes.
You can have the gloves too. Wait. Maybe the gloves should go on the glove.
Who should get the striking staff? Or the striking rune on the staff?
Because I would like the striking rune, but can
I would also like it.
Everyone
we
wants
have
it.
3 marshals. Yeah. 3 marshals who could use it, so.
Okay, well, somebody make a decision.
Oh wait, no, I don't have striking. I just had the potency. So I have
Yes.
a bonus
Yeah.
one.
Then it should be Quint then.
Jeez.
But he's in
Back it
jail.
up.
But I mean,
Shit.
but also I guess could we say I don't know.
I mean, eventually I'll be out of jail. I assume. I mean,
Yes,
Quint has the best crits and rolls, so
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Can we move
you
him
should have-
around?
he should be the first to have striking.
yeah, it's you can do that with like the like there
Yeah,
are.
there's a
can
way to
transfer
transfer it.
runes
It costs.
between
It just costs 10%
items.
of the kite.
Well,
I mean,
anyway,
'cause
I don't
was already
think
planning
that
on doing that
this
eventually when I
conversation on
build my better rifle. I was gonna move the +1
who
over
gets
to
what
the better
is
rifle.
necessarily needs to be recorded, so I'm going to stop the recording at this point.
Alright,
And,
Yeah.
Bye,
yeah.
Oliver.
Anyways, Sal's, sorry, I know I took a